Hi everybody, and welcome back to Miss Lori's Kitchen. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Whippoorwill Holler Homestead. Today we're going to be making some peach ice cream. I know a lot of y'all have been putting up peaches. I didn't get a bunch of peaches this year. I just wasn't that blessed. And peaches in my area are very, very expensive. But I did grab me a few. We're going to be making some peach ice cream. I'm going to be using my tabletop ice cream maker, and I'm wiping it off because it's been since last year since I've used it, and it's kind of dusty. But I love homemade peach ice cream. It's just one of the memories that I have as a young child, a young adult, was the homemade peach ice cream, because we would load up in the back of the truck and we'd go to Campbell, Missouri and get peaches and come back, and the first thing that Grandma and Grandpa done was they'd make one of them big hand crank things full of homemade ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and that was one of the first ways that we'd eat our peaches. So that's why I guess I just have come to like homemade peach ice cream with peaches in it. But I do have a hand crank ice cream maker, but I also have my Cuisinart tabletop ice cream maker. You can tell it needs to be wiped off. But with just me and Mr. Brown, this is all we need. This is a 3/4 or 2/4? I always forget. I don't know. I'll tell you here in a minute. But it makes just enough ice cream for me and him to have some and then have some the next day, but not, have too much. Now, if I was making homemade ice cream for the family or several people, I'd have to get out the big ice cream maker. But this right here is just fine. So, I started out with a handful of peaches. It was about 6 peaches. I don't even know what kind of peaches they were, to tell you the truth. We got them at a farm stand, and I'm sure they were grown here in Arkansas, probably. Maybe Missouri, I'm not sure. The price wasn't too bad on them, but still, they're still pretty high. But I got me I think I got about 8 peaches, and I had about 6 of them left, and they were just about the size of my palm here. It was about the size of them. And I cut them up real good. And when we tasted them, they were sweet, but then again, the back of your tongue, they was kind of tart. So they weren't the sweetest peaches. So you're going to need probably anywhere from a 1/4 to 1/2 cup of sugar. But you need to taste it as you do it to make sure that you don't put too much sugar in there, because you don't want it too sweet. But, so I put anywhere between a 1/4 and a 1/2 cup of sugar, and let it macerate like that all night in the refrigerator. I put about a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice in there with it, and that kind of helps their peaches from turning brown. And so now we can get started making our peach homemade ice cream. Okay, with this recipe, this was 6 just the palm of my hand size peaches. But the recipe calls for 4 large peaches, so anywhere from 4 to 6 peaches. And this is what you got. And you see all that juice in there after putting sugar in it, between 1/4 and a 1/2 cup of sugar. And I just let it sit all night long with a little bit of lemon juice in there. So what you want to do now is you want to strain this. Get all the juice out. Now you're going to be using this juice. You're not going to waste it. I love peach anything. One of my favorite cobblers is peach cobbler. It's just my favorite. Always has been. I love a good peach. And I buy them frozen fruit bars at Walmart for me and the grandkids. And Mr. Brown likes it too. There is pure fruit with fruit juice. And it has chunks of fruit in it. And my favorite is the peach and the pineapple. And I have a mango and strawberry. It doesn't have a bunch of junk in it. It's just strictly fruit and fruit juice. And they're really good. Now, this is optional. You can take these peaches and put them in a blender and puree them, or leave them chunky like this. I like it either way. But I think today I'm going to puree them just a little bit. And you want to save your juice. Don't get rid of your juice. I'm just going to put it in my little blender here. Peaches in Arkansas and this side of Missouri have been really expensive. Now the peaches are always good coming out of Campbell, Missouri and different places here in Arkansas, but I don't know the reasoning, but they have really been expensive. Okay, now I'm just going to puree it just for a little bit. Or you can just puree it all the way. Kind of like baby food consistency. So there we go, we got it pureed. And we're going to get our ice cream maker ready, because that's all we like now is our heavy cream, our milk, a little bit of vanilla, and we can make us some ice cream. Number one rule, always keep your ice cream tub in the freezer, because you'll be like me and want to make some ice cream and you forgot to put it in the freezer. And this has been in the freezer for a while. So it's cold, this is cold, everything's cold. In here I've got 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and a cup of whole milk. Or you can use 3 cups of half and half. I'm pretty sure it'll work just as well. And I'm going to pour that in here. This is a 2-quart ice cream maker. It's a Cuisinart. I've had it several years. And we're going to put about a teaspoon of vanilla. About a half a cup of granulated sugar. And we're going to put our peach juice in here. And about a pinch of salt. Put your lid on. We're not going to put our peaches in yet. We're going to turn this on. And usually it takes about 25 minutes for this to make ice cream. So I'm going to wait and go ahead and probably right before it really starts setting up good, I'm going to watch it, and that's when I'll put my peach puree in there. Ice cream's starting to thicken up, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour my peach puree in there, or if you didn't puree it, just whatever, if you got chunks or whatever, go ahead and put them in there. I usually just leave mine in chunks because I like that texture of the chunky peach, but I just thought I'd do it a little bit different this time. Now, this peach ice cream is not going to be real orangey peachy color, but they say if you want that color to put a little bit of food coloring in it, but I'm not doing that, so it'll be good. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on for a few more minutes because it is starting to thicken up and continue for it to make ice cream. Our ice cream, it's been turning for about 30 minutes. And as it sits in this container, it does harden up, especially down in the middle and the bottom part. And then if I put it in a container and put it in the freezer, it finishes off. But it's like soft serve right now. And you can see it's still kind of a beigey, creamy white, but it's got little bits of peach in there. And we're going to get us some. Taste it. You see it's thickened up really good. Looks really good. Little bits of peaches, and of course we put that peach juice in there, so that made a difference too. That is so good. If you had a piece of pie crust in here that tastes just like peach cobbler, it's that good, y'all. One of my most favorite ice creams. Tastes like peaches. Y'all have to try this. And if you don't have an ice cream maker, just mix it up with all the ingredients just like I did, and put it in a container and put it in your freezer. And if you want to double this recipe, you can double and you can triple this recipe. If I was making it in my ice cream maker, the hand churned one, I would triple it. Double it or triple it, whichever one. But I'm just telling y'all, this is really, really good. The recipe will be down in the description box, always below my videos. Down below the title in the description box of the video, there's the word more, or sometimes I don't know what it says, but you click on that word and all my recipe and information about Miss Lori will come down so that y'all don't miss any of the recipes. I want to show y'all, I buy these containers at Walmart or Dollar Store. I think you get three in a bundle. It's got the lid, but it's just the right size to put the rest of my ice cream in and put it in the freezer. Y'all got to try this recipe. You're not going to be sorry, I'm telling you. So, if Gertie's out there watching me, she showed me all them beautiful peaches she got the other day. Gertie, you better be making you some peach ice cream. You're going to love it. And it's easy. Thank y'all for watching. It was fun being with y'all today and making some ice cream. Boy, it is hot, y'all. How hot is it where y'all are at? I think it's supposed to get up to 96. I know some of y'all are hitting 100. And I think the heat index is supposed to be 110 today. So it's just so hard to get out during the day and just work out in the gardens and do all that stuff. You can see one of my little one of my plants back there is kind of suffering, but the rest of them are doing okay. I'm keeping them watered. But anyways, this is where I sit and listen to my little fountain here on the porch and just relax sometimes a lot of times when I'm out here, though, I'm sweating. So I come out here at night mainly and sit for just a little while. Me and Danny come out here in the morning and drink coffee. But I just want to be with y'all a little bit, and I'm going to be back here in just a couple of days. I'm thinking I may be doing some canning, or it just depends on what is going on with family and stuff that's going on, what I can get done. It'll either be a recipe or something I need to can or just talk about. But I will be back with y'all in a couple of days, and I want y'all to stay safe and stay cool and make y'all some peach ice cream. We love y'all. God bless everybody.